Okay guys, I'm out here playing with this 1984 Chevy C10 truck. Goes by the name of Left Turn Bill. Left Turn Bill. It was a real person, Left Turn Bill, and he always had the left turn signal on. They called him that to his face, Left Turn Bill. And they said he was easy going and, you know, just poked along on the highway there and always had his left turn signal on. But this video today is, of course, I'm going to try to clean up my radio that just got put in. You know what I like about this? Let me show you this real quick. I don't mean to bore you to death, but this truck came with an AM radio, and the AM radio didn't work. But you see, what I like most of all is nobody has cut this out, you know, to put in an aftermarket radio. This is just AM FM. It's not 8-track or nothing. If you're an older person, you know what I'm talking about. 8 tracks. That was the thing back in the 70s, and you know, 8-track tapes. Then it went to cassettes, then CDs and stuff. So 8 tracks. So I'm going to clean this up. My friend Charlie, that's Brian's dad, GM1038 on YouTube. Check out his channel, please. He put this in for me. Took the AM radio out. I would have been happy just with the AM radio working, but now I got FM too now. And he finally found a radio. I brought like 3 or 4 radios over there, and hoping one of them would work. And he said, I might have told you this before, but he said the real pretty one that I had that looked really good wouldn't work. But this one here, the dirty one, which I'm going to try to clean up here, did work. So I'm real happy just to have it. So anyway, my point of this conversation is, well, I guess I'll show you the truck. As I'm showing you the truck, I want to ask you a question. I get a lot of people ask on my channel, you know, like, what do you want for instance, this 84 C10 truck Left Turn Bill? What do you want for it? Well, I'm going to turn it around a little bit. What do you think it's worth? So I'm going to ask y'all that. Like where you live. If you live out west, what's a truck like this worth? If you live in Canada, what's a truck like this worth? You tell me. All I know is I have a bunch of money tied up in this thing because it was on its last leg. If you watch my videos, you know what this truck used to look like. Okay, as I just said, got an AM FM radio. It's got an aftermarket tach. There's no power steering, no power brakes. This is it. You got a heater and some wipers. That's about it. It was born a 6-cylinder, 3-speed on the column. It's now got a 350 with a small cam in it and a 4-speed. And I don't feel bad about, I didn't cut the hole out in here because I know I was talking about the radio not being cut out. The hole was already here. Somebody had converted it from up here to down here. Otherwise, I would have rather had it up here on the column, 3-speed on the column, 3 on the tree. I like 3 on the trees, but since the hole was already here and I had a 4-speed, we went with it. I'll just show you the truck. Nothing special about the truck whatsoever. Got new carpet in it. I'm trying to remember things that I have done to it, and you can kind of add it up and see what you think. My wife and I have 2-toned the truck and put Penetrol on it. Got wheels and tires. It had these wheels and tires on it when I got it. I call them Maypops. And I'm keeping these just because in case I run across another truck or something that doesn't... most of the time we buy stuff that nobody else wants. It's left for dead. So these do hold air. So in case I run across something, I've already got a set of tires to put on it for the time being. Okay, GM1038 on YouTube. His name's Brian. They put the sport bumper on. We bought it. The trim. All new brake lines and brakes. When I say brake lines, I mean brake lines, metal and rubber, all new. That dripping is just from the tires. I just cleaned the tires. I thought, well, I'll do a video real quick and ask y'all, what do you think? I put these on, and these sport bumpers. When you're talking about the sport bumper, you know, it had the original bumper on the truck was kind of curled up on the end. So Brian had a better bumper. It was chrome, but it was kind of messed up a little bit too, which doesn't really bother me, but I just like the sport bumpers. When you buy a sport bumper, you got to buy the brackets. You got to buy a license plate holder, the little light, bolts. It gets quite expensive. I put new taillights in it. This truck was born without the chrome, aluminum. I call everything chrome. Wasn't born with this. This is plain Jane Custom Deluxe. It's been lowered. Brian lowered it for me. It's got a different front bumper on it. Had a friend of mine that I buy stuff from every now and again. He said, Jimmy, said, I got a front bumper. It's got bumper guards and stuff on it. I said, I'll take it, because I was wanting bumper guards anyway. We took the grill out, headlight bezels, repainted them. I put this bow tie on. It wasn't born with a bow tie, but to me it kind of sets it off. Put the air dam on it, air deflector, whatever you want to call it. I call it air dam. Put that on. Of course, wheel well molding, and the side trim here. Put this mirror on. The one on it was broke. Took the 6-cylinder out because I just rather had the V8. The 6-cylinder was going to need some work, new carburetor and stuff. And I bought carburetors for 6-cylinders. I have no problem with 6-cylinders, but oh my goodness, you know, they're pretty expensive. And I thought, I had a friend of mine that had this 350 that Brian freshened up for me, you know, new oil pump, you know, everything. Just kind of went through it, put it in here, and of course, carburetor, all that kind of stuff. And finally got my original top jack and, you know, crank here. It didn't have it. All new, like I said, brakes and stuff like that. It all gets expensive. Wiper blades. I mean, I'm trying to name off stuff as I walk around, and then we get into all the metal work that Tim Dixon at Gas Axe Chop Shop done on. He's on Facebook, Gas Axe Chop Shop. Axe is A-X-E. Be sure to check him out. He's a good friend. Master metal worker and welder. He put this whole piece in. And I'm not trying to hide it from anybody. I mean, it is what it is. This old truck was a farm truck its whole life. And he fixed a few more things on the old truck. The floorboards were good. If you watch my older videos, I've painted the floorboards twice. So if someone else ever winds up with this truck, I always tell them, I'm not trying to mislead anybody. I always say, check out my older videos. If there's a truck that you're interested in, look at my older videos, and you know, make sure it's something that you're interested in. I'm not trying to mislead or you know, deceive anybody is what I'm trying to say. Had the front end lined, and if I can get this open, I'll show you. Let's see. This is probably, hang on a minute. If I can get it to sit here. Probably the least option truck I've ever had. Pretty sad, isn't it? But, you know, the truck is really solid. It's just been an old farm truck its whole life. And what got the metal messed up was cow manure. We're a left-turn Bill. He had a big farm, and I reckon a bunch of cattle. I've never met him in person, but a lot of cow manure got up in the truck. Tim done all the metal work, put the exhaust on. Had dual exhaust put on it. All that stuff's brand new. The bed was in pretty good shape other than that spot that Tim replaced. And I think he fixed a couple of more spots. Yeah, I think so. Trying to remember. He does such a good job, you can't. I think he fixed the cab corner. Yeah, he fixed the cab corner. But I mean, he just fixed little spots that was kind of rusted through. But I don't know. You know, I get a lot of people, I don't know if y'all's in this same situation, but I get a lot of people say, well, what do you want for this? What do you want for this? You know, price it or whatever. You know, especially if they're on a keyboard or whatever. And, you know, you throw out a price and they won't even say, you know, well, thanks, it's more than I can afford, or no, I'm not interested, or, you know, or I watched your older videos and no, I'm not interested. You know, nothing. I had this one guy wanted me to call him, and I called him, and, you know, I said, watch my older videos, blah, 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 and I gave him a price on, what was it? Might have been Sky. And, you know, I said, let me know what you think either way. I said, just say, yes, I'm interested, or no, I'm not. I said, I can, you know, help with shipping or whatever, and just ghosted me. I mean, that was the end of the conversation. I mean, I don't know. You know, people don't have no manners, or, you know, I'm trying to be a nice guy, and, you know, I say, at least let me know if you're interested or not. You know, don't waste my time. You know, I'm telling you everything that I know. You know, I'll go into the big spiel about everything that I know has been done to the truck, or what I still think it needs to be done, whether it needs a front end alignment or whatever. And you know, people just don't even have the courtesy to, I don't know what's wrong with this world. Anyway, what do you think this old truck's worth? And it's full of gas. That right there's one payment, isn't it? But no, I'm just kidding. But no, I mean, it's come a long way, and I know I've got too much in it. I know I do. Metalwork's not cheap. Lowering something's not cheap. Time you buy a kit and everything, nothing's cheap. Wheels and tires. I mean, them's brand new. You know, what do you think it's worth? I mean, somebody might look at it and say, well, it's, you know, $2,200 truck if it's full of gas. And, well, you know, to that I say, you go find one, you buy it, and then you fix it, and then you tell me how much money you got in it. You know, especially if you have to hire out, you know, a lot of the mechanic stuff, because I'm not a mechanic. And, you know, and like metal work, you know, I've welded the biggest part of my life, but I don't have a welder here at home. I don't have the facilities to do, you know, pull out here in my driveway and start dragging out welders and all that stuff. I don't have any of that stuff, even though I've welded most of my life, or a big part of it. So, you know, by the time you hire all that stuff out, you know, what do you think? Then, you know, not counting, you know, other little things, you know, for instance, you know, when I was thinking about this truck and all the other trucks that I've had, and I thought, well, you know, let's run to the junkyard, or let's go to the store. You know, you're not counting your time, you know, and effort, you know, and trying to buy stuff, and, you know, it gets aggravating. So, you know, I enjoy going to the junkyard, and, you know, all that kind of stuff, and I enjoy playing with these trucks. Don't get me wrong, I'm not griping. I'm just saying, you know, what do you think something like this is worth? It's not perfect. It never will be perfect. It's just an old shop truck, patina style truck. And, you know, Brian, that's GM 1038. He made a video, I don't know, maybe about a year ago. It kind of impressed me a lot. And I think he was talking about this truck. And, you know, he was just, hang on a minute. Sorry, guys, that was my wife, and I got to get it. The phone call, I mean. So, anyway, y'all let me know what you think this old truck's worth. 84 Chevy C10 truck. And, you know, a lot of I'll show you this real quick. All of us old timers, I'm an older guy, know this, but in case you don't, this old radio here. When you find a station that you like this one right here, I don't know, it was on there when I got it, it works. If you want to set that station where to go back to where the dial will go back to it every time, pull out whichever one you want of these, pull it out, then push it back in. I'll show you that again in case. 99% of people know this, but there's always that 1%. See, it'll go right back. Anyway, I'm going to try to clean this radio up real quick and make it look the best that I can. And we'll hang in there. I'll see what I can do real quick. This is going to be another one of those quickie jobs. Okay, guys, I got it kind of cleaned up just real quick. It's not perfect. Probably could have done a little better there in them corners, but like I said, I'm just, it'll do. It looks much better. All this stuff's kind of shiny again. And I think it might have had, I need to take these handles off, these knobs, and soak them in something maybe. Maybe get a toothbrush and some kind of spray, 409 or something. I don't know. It's not hard to do, but I was just sitting out here and I thought, you know, everybody says, well, what's this truck worth? What's it worth? So anyway, I don't know. I'm one of them type people that you probably will never run into again. That puts too much money in something. It still needs some more work, I'm not going to lie. You know, it needs little of this, little of that, but a whole lot further along than what it was. But y'all let me know what you think this old truck is worth. You know, realistically, doesn't really matter. I like it, so it doesn't really matter, but it'd be kind of fun to do, just to see which one, just to see in your eyes, what do you think it's worth? I just like the story behind it. Anyway, appreciate y'all watching. You're watching Primer That's Best on YouTube. If you'd like to subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Got a second YouTube channel called Man on a Budget. I'm on Instagram, Man on a Budget 1. And Primer That's Best Facebook. And Primer That's Best Instagram. If you have an old car or an old truck that you're wanting to put on my YouTube channel for free, send me a 2 or 3 minute video of your car or truck. I don't care what make or model, just so long as it's kind of old, you know. Be happy to put it on my YouTube channel. Make the video 2 or 3 minutes long. If it needs to be longer, stop the video and continue on with another video. My wife will splice them together and make one continuous video. You can do that by going to Primer That's Best at Comcast.net, Facebook Messenger Primer That's Best, or Instagram Messenger Primer That's Best. Turn your phone this way, not up and down, this way, and send me a video of what you're working on or what you just got or whatever the case may be. And no foul language, no music, please. Also, if you have an old car part or truck part you're wanting to sell, or one that you're looking for, I have PIB Swap and Shop. That stands for Primer That's Best. Send me a video the same way. Just include your name and phone number so somebody can get a hold of you if you're trying to sell something, or if you're looking for something that somebody else in Arizona might be looking for in New York, you know. Name and phone number. Maybe y'all can get together and make it happen. Appreciate y'all watching. Hope the Lord is watching over you just like He's watching over me. And I appreciate you watching the videos. Truly I do. God bless each and every one of y'all. See you later.